see if I changed microphones. Let's see. Okay, it was one of the microphone I was using wasn't working, so I have changed microphones, and it should now. Well, I can hear it coming through on my phone that I'm using to monitor the stream, so I can tell that the audio is working now. Yeah. For some reason, the microphone I was trying to use just was deciding that it didn't want to work today. That's really unfortunate. Alright, so as I was saying, this is a diagrammatic map of the track layout of DeKalb Avenue. So not geographically accurate. This is more akin to what a dispatcher would see on their screen. I'm also going to be making the track layout as it exists today in 2025. And also as it existed back before the area was rebuilt in the 1950s. We're going to start with the current track layout, and we will likewise begin by starting with the actual station environs itself. So let's begin. To zoom in, we want the line tool. Yes, please. Line tool. Thank you. And let's see, we want stroke to be that. No. No fill. Stroke to be black. Good. Width 5 points. There we go. Just your little test. The canvas is set to 20,000 by 20,000, so you give myself plenty of room here. That's why it's looking kind of small, but we can zoom in to fix that. Is all of downtown Brooklyn tunneled as if it were a giant ant hive? I mean, yeah. Yeah, kind of. There's the amount of subway tunnels in downtown Brooklyn is insane. And they're all really close to each other, too. Yes, it is crazy. Right, so then we can go here. Nope. Escape, and then add another line here. Well, that's probably actually too long. Let's select this and move it back. And also, we want this to be sharp ends, not rounded. Okay. And then we need a platform. This is DeKalb. This is a station after all. So we can draw one out. And then we want the fill to be black. Stroke to be none. Perfect. And then we can, where's my move? There's the translation. Move it down. Nope, that's height. There's translation. There, and then I'm still used to Adobe Illustrator. I just recently switched over to Infinity from Adobe, so I'm still learning the differences between the two softwares. 980, this is probably too big, honestly. Yeah, we'll make it 30 pixels long. That should be good. And then we need to, well, actually, no, that doesn't, yes, and then we need to just copy this, move it down, copy this, and move it down, and then copy again, and there we go. There we have the 6 tracks at DeKalb Avenue Station. I think we will then continue to the west or east/south, so heading towards Coney Island and Bay Ridge in that direction. Let's also make sure these are all lined up properly, because it doesn't, to me it looks like they're not. Okay, saying they are, good. And I will also go back in and add colors to show um, English. Add colors to show what services use each track. But first, I want to get the actual track layout itself in place. So we have our 6 tracks through DeKalb Avenue. Then we need to continue on to the east of the station, where the tracks split into the quad track 4th Avenue line heading towards Bay Ridge, and with branches splitting off to the west end and Sea Beach lines, and the 2 tracks heading towards the Brighton line, which goes to Coney Island. Um, B and Q trains serve Brighton line, DNR on the 4th Avenue line. D and N Express are a local. All right. So basically, what happens is there's a flying junction that allows, first of all, trains on the center bypass tracks automatically go to the express tracks on the 4th Avenue line. And then the flyover allows trains on either of the 2 stopping tracks to access either of the 2 lines, local tracks. So you can access from either of the 2 local, if you would, tracks. You can access either 4th Avenue local or Brighton local. And that is the current track layout. Back in the day, it was different, and that difference was Bottleneck City, along with the insane stuff going on to the north of the station, which we'll get into in a second. There's some really crazy things going on to the north of the station before the rebuild. But what is going on south of the station? So the easiest thing to do would be to start with the bypass tracks, because those just go and kind of, yeah. So we'll need the parallel tool. Do we? I guess not. Yeah, but bypass. So the bypass tracks, for the sake of making it simple, we're just gonna have them turn down. I guess they do kind of turn south. Both tracks turn south. Both lines turn south. But for the sake of simplicity, we will have the 4th Avenue line turn down, running down, and the Brighton line will continue on to the right. Just to make things simple. Actually, because these can slot in easily, we should probably start with the stopping tracks. Yes, that's probably for the best. Alright. Let me just flip back between some of my maps. I have multiple different maps pulled up for this purposes. There's one. There's a third. That's not a. I just counted from 1 to 3. There's a second, and my third one. Let's see. Let's actually zoom in on this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what happens this... Oh. Being weird. I think computer's back. Yes. What happened here? No, we want... Here. My computer decided to go haywire for a second. Alright, let's put it back to where it was. Put it back to where it was. Come on, computer. Cooperate, please. There we go. Okay. Top view or the side view. This is a top-down view. This is basically what I'm making here is what a dispatcher on the subway would see. Not the same look, but the same general vibe as what a dispatcher would see. So like whoever is in charge of controlling the area around DeKalb Avenue this is what they would see on their dispatch screen. Although mine is going to be laid out more for the purpose of people understanding the track layout whereas the one on the dispatcher screen is going to be laid out for the purposes of identifying where trains are. So two different purposes, but the same general layout of the um, diagram. And computer went haywire again. Okay, you know what? I need to zoom out. That's probably the problem. There we go. Okay. Yes. I see. All right, so we have this track here. We'll just, nope, that's not what I want to do. We actually want to grab this node, please. Actually, let's do no spillover. That would probably be good. Let's see. I really prefer for you to not spill over. So the skinny lines are tracks, and these blocks are platforms. Where is the setting so it doesn't extend over where the end of the line is? There we go. I want the butt cap, not end cap. There we go. Much better. So basically what we have here... Nope, did the wrong thing again. So I don't want to... We want to actually extend this line. So that should extend that line. Yes. So basically what we have going on here is these two tracks continue, and then a third track forms in the middle. So ooh, good. Same thing, like that. Very good. This is not what it looks like geographically, but it's a simplification so you can understand what the tracks are doing. All right, and then after that, we have this middle track. Then, yeah, the middle track then curves down to form the local track of the 4th Avenue line, and then these two outer tracks connect, merge up, and become the Brighton line. So we can actually do the same thing. So we can actually do the same thing here. Very good. There we go. There we have our track layout. And actually, I am going to slide these over like that to match the other, just to match the positioning on other diagrams I've made. There we go. So, and then we have these tracks continue this way. All right. So then now what has to happen is 1, 2, 3, 4 curve down, because that's the 4th Avenue line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 continue straight, because that is the Brighton line. All right. We will start with the tracks that curve down, as the Brighton tracks go over top, so we'll save that for seconds. Yeah, these 3 tracks 1, 2, 3 are the Manhattan-bound tracks, and then these 3 tracks on the bottom are the Coney Island / Bay Ridge-bound tracks. Yes. Oops. Nope. Then this curves down. You not want that corner to be rounded. There we go. Good. And then this one. Also, we don't want it to be rounded. And then this one. And this one. Yes, the top one is Manhattan bound, bottom side is Coney Island bound. Yes. And let's make these corners not rounded. Actually, I don't like that. I'm gonna make them go to a 45-degree. Yeah. Let's undo that. Right, let's try that again. Let's select that node. Let's have it go out a little bit, and then we'll have it curve at a 45-degree angle, and then go down. I like that better. And that also matches the other track diagrams that I have made. So we will do the same thing. Whoops. Nope. Now I join them. Let's see. I'd like to join these 2 lines, please. Let's see. Merge. There we go. Now I can connect them. Really? You're not gonna let me connect them up? Okay. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. Now we can probably connect them up without any weirdness. Actually, double check it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Oh. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Alright, I'll take it. And then we need to merge these 2. Merge all 3 of those. Merge. 1, 2, and geometry. Merge. Where's merge? There it is. Merge. Bogey's wheels having the most wear when traversing close sharp curves, grade change between the tunnel's elevated sections. I think the spot where wheels would have the most wear would be I'm not an expert on like how train wheels work, Like, I know the basics of how the physics behind how train wheels attach to the rails and, well, how they stick to the rails and how they, like, turn. I'm not sure what causes wear. My best guess as to what causes wear is uneven track geometry, as well as sharp curves, and just generally poorly maintained track. That's my best guess, but once again, I'm not an expert in that field of trains, so don't quote me on that. We need to merge. Nope, yes, that is right. Merge, and geometry. Yeah, really sharp curves is where the wheels start making that screeching sound. The way to mitigate that is by greasing the wheels or the rails or both. Like in Melbourne, Australia, they have like grease pots that automatically grease the wheels of the trains as they roll past them. That is that looks bad. That is that's how they help to alleviate the squealing sound, and also just better maintained tracks can also help with that. That looks better. Once again, geometry and merge. Perfect. Alright, so we have our 4th Avenue line now. Now we need to get our Brighton line. So grab our pen tool. Go out here. This, go out here, grab this, go out here, grab this, go out here. Very good. Now we need to show some sort of thing that shows that these tracks go over top the other tracks. So let me go ahead and create that. Gotta remember what I did for that. I think. What did I do last time to create that effect? I think we created a line that had a stroke width of 1, right? Yeah. And then do that. And then we just move it into place, and then we add a white shape. There. There. Oh, other way. And then we need to add in a shape. We want the fill to be white and the stroke to be none. And need to send it to the back, and then start sending it forward. Forward 1. It might probably be easier just to go at it through here. So basically, we want this white shape to cover up these 4 tracks and have this track go over it, and that's how we generate the effect of having a track go over another track. And every time I do this, I forget how to do it the next time. I forget how to do it after I finish doing it, so I've got to relearn how to do it every time, which is really unfortunate. But I think the problem right now is we have lines that are in the wrong order. So we want these lines to be on the top of the ordering list. Hello, English. Hello, random transit adventures. This one can stay where it is. That one needs to come up to the top as well. That one can stay. This needs to come up to the top. That needs to stay at the bottom. That stays at the bottom. Nope, that comes up. That stays at the bottom. That... Where's this? Oh, that's the platform. Also platform. That stays. So what if we move it to here? Yes, looking nice. Probably needs to be polished a little bit, but that's the general idea of what we're going for here. All right. Because we do want to show this curve here. It's actually the layout probably needs to be changed so we can actually show the curve. The easiest thing to do there. Let's get this an outline so I can actually see where it is for later. Let's give it a green outline for now. We'll move it later. The easiest thing to do here would probably be to just move everything over 10 pixels. There we go. Do the same thing to the next one. That. Do that. Do that. Perfect. Next. Do that. I'm double checking that everything is lined up properly. Oh, no, I was doing it wrong. I made a little oof. We want to pull this down and then out. Down, out. We want it to be straight, not curve. Down and out. Down and out. And I think, and then if we move this down and out as well, there we go. Honestly, you probably want to make that go even further just to make it really obvious that so we'll go down, out, down, and out. Let's see. There we go. Now we just have to match up the other lines. We don't want it to be a curve, we want it to be straight. And this diagram will be used in the New York City Subway Remnants and Provisions Part 3, Brooklyn. And that will be out in December. Okay. Let's move this back into place. Why am I not allowed to narrow it? Oh, because I got the wrong thing. There were two shapes, I see. Oh no, what? Okay. It's F5. Something's not working. For some reason, the, oh, wait! There we go. For some reason it wasn't going away. Alright, let's... I cannot redo. Why are we not redoing? Alright. Looks like we have to manually go back and do it again then. That is okay. There. 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 Good, good, good. And then we'll move this off to the side for now. We'll draw a new... like that. Looking good. The stroke back to nothing. Fill is white. Looks good. Move this into place. I want this to be above the rectangle. And then we'll move put it down there. Like that. Looks good. Now we just copy this, copy, paste, then flip it 180 degrees so it is upside down, and move it into place. And then we just need to shorten this like that so it doesn't get in the way of the track. And there we go. We do that up here, we do that here, and then we have a nice little showing that this track passes over this track. Very nice. All right. We can. I'm gonna have to select the whole thing this time. So 1, 2, 3, copy, paste, and move. Line it right. We will actually adjust it like that. There we go. That looks better. And then, actually, this probably needs to be 2 separate. Yeah, this needs to be 2 separate things. So you can copy and paste this again. Flip it 900, not 90, flip it 180 degrees. And then we can move the nodes into place. There we go. I'm not sure I like how that looks. What if we... We have to add some points to this shape. To this rectangle. To this rectangle. Did it work as intended? No, it did not work as intended. I'd like to add a point to this shape, please. Okay, once again, still getting used to the new software after I switched over from Adobe. Let's switch over from Adobe to this, because Adobe kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Okay, so how do I add a point to a shape? Select this again. Maybe it's up here. No, no, no. Let's rotate. Well, I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Alright, so select the node tool, and then click where you want it to go. It's not, what about here? There we go, found it. And we can add some nodes. Want it to be a 45-degree angle. Just gotta find that 45-degree angle. Wish it would tell me what angle I'm at, but I think I found it. Yes, I did find it. Right, that works, and then we can just set this little baby around it. So we'll put this there, that there. There. Perfect. Let's actually shorten these. One, 2, 3, 4. Is that how much I did over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So we'll do 4. That looks better. Do the same thing here. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, perfect. Alright, and that looks a lot better, in my opinion. And then we can do the same thing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Looking good, looking good. We'll set this one down to 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 45-degree angle. 2, 3, one more, 4. There we go. Looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. And then we just need one more up here. So we can select what we want select the whole object, not just individual nodes. 1, 2, 3. Copy, paste, move. It's not lined up properly. Let's line it up. Alright, I've noticed a little issue. It's only a 1 pixel difference, but it's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. Oh, see it. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only an issue here. What the heck? There we go. Same problem here. Just move it down. Move this over. Move this way over. Actually, this one probably needs to be like this one here. Delete, keep that there, copy, and paste. Actually, we'll rotate this 45 degrees. Copy, rotate it 0 degrees back to where it was. There we go. And now we have all the things that show underpasses. Yes, very good. So then we have the 4th Avenue line. Going down to here, we have the twin island platforms of Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center. So let's actually bring these what? Bring it back to here. Say right there. And we will copy this platform, paste it, rotate it 90 degrees. Actually, we'll put it here. Yeah. There we go. All right, there we go. We have we have our Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center on the 4th Avenue line. Now we need our merge here. So we will have merge. I need to set this so that it is a straight curve, or so it's not curved. There we go. And once again, set it so it's not curved. Back and that, there we go. And then how do I want to do it from here? Let's see. I think we will bring this down. Platforms. Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center on the Brighton is a island platform. So actually, then we can have this guy simply merge in like that. There we go. And there we have it. We have the east/south end of DeKalb Avenue, at least as it is in 2025. Perfect. Now let's add in track number labels. Yes. Yeah, track number labels. Yeah. Track number labels. So we need text for this. Make sure it's the right font. We want Navigo. Which form of Navigo? Probably medium. A4. Let's shrink the text size down. 9. A4, and then this connecting track is F2. This one is B2. Make all these there. I think it would be easier actually just to put them on the actual lines. So let's make it white. There's OB5. Yeah, it looks better and less confusing. Oh, whoa, that is wrong. This one is B2. This one is A4. And that means that this is F4 here. F4. F3. B1. F1. A3. Let's actually move all these. There we go. There we go. Looks good. Does it fit? Please let. Oh, yes, it fits. Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. Barely fits, but close enough. You know what? Probably should just rotate them 90 degrees. Negative 90 degrees. Copy, paste. we go. Track labels looking good. Yes. Oh, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. Ah. These are not lined up properly. Oh, maybe they are. Okay. Oh, that looks incredible. Of course, the colors of the numbers are going to change because I'll put in quitting color overlays to show service patterns. Yeah. Some here. There we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Actually, I think I'm going to make two versions. One version will be just the black with no service indications, just a straight track diagram. And then I'm going to make a second version that shows what services use each track. I like that. Okay, we now have the southern/eastern side of the station complete. So now we can turn our focus to the western/northern side of the station. Find it on here. Map is loading. First thing that happens. What am I saying? Lost my train of thought. Yes, the first thing that happens is tracks B1 and B2 curve because they are the 4th Avenue line tracks that head into Manhattan via the Montague Street Tunnel, whereas the other 4 tracks continue over the Manhattan Bridge into Manhattan. There you go. Do this thing over. There we go. Same thing here. That's not right. There we go. That still doesn't look right. Why does that not look right? That is right. Oh, wait. Because... No. Um, Does this mess anything up? That does not mess anything up. Cool. There we go. Let's actually put another one up here. There we go. Perfect. Let's add in the Court Street station. There we go. All right, actually, let's move these up so they're centered on the platform. There we go. That looks good. You just look at something really quickly. Okay, I was just taking a little sneak peek at the historic layout for part 2 of the map making process, which is the historic layout of DeKalb Avenue and the surrounding area. All right. So now what we have to the north of the station, heading into Manhattan via the Manhattan Bridge, we have a series of flying junctions that allow trains to access both the Brighton and it's a series of flying junctions that allow trains to access either platform at DeKalb Avenue and either set of tracks across the Manhattan Bridge, with the north set of tracks leading to the Christie Street junction and the 6th Avenue line, and the southern tracks leading to the Broadway line. So, and also the R train runs down here, and then the E, Q, D, and N run across the bridge. B and D on the north tracks, and Q on the south tracks. All right. So we probably need to cut these back a little bit. Into there. Looks good, looks good. Okay. Just got to study the track diagram, or the track map, so I can turn it into a track diagram. So we are going to want this guy to actually come back further back. You're gonna want him to come up here. We want him to be straight curves. And then, ooh, that's not right. Actually needs to come down to here. There we go, because then we can have the track here. And this needs to be stroke back up to stroke of 5. Looks good. Then we'll want this to do the same thing. There we go. Oh, wait! We need cover part here. Let me add points to the shape, please. Let me add points to you. Shape. Shape, let me add points. Hello. I need to be in this mode. There we go. So a few points. Nah. I guess we'll just have to leave it like that. Not mess anything up. Does mess things up. Honestly, I think the best course of action is, let's undo. No. I think the best course of action is going to be to add a point. split the line. Not that. There we go. What happened? Why did something go away? It's not what I want. That is not what I want. Break. Break. There we go. Thought I broke curve. What the heck? There we go. There we go. That looks better. Whoops. I think probably just need to make a new one. This is when we're gonna have to make the shape complex. There we go. Alright, so that is good. Shows that little flyover there. We also need to add in the abandoned platform at Myrtle Avenue. Make it shorter. Oh. Yes, very good. That merges into that. Really complicated track shenanigans going on here. Yes. Alright, and then this track is running underneath. Oh, nope. It goes on bottom. Flip it 180. There we go. All right, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. And then with that, we have our Manhattan Bridge tracks. There we go. We'll add in our Grand Street platforms and our Canal Street platforms. All right, and there we go. There's our DeKalb Avenue area track layout. Now I just need to add in track numbers for the remaining tracks, and then add in station labels, add in labels that show where tracks go beyond here, and then add in make a version of this that has colors showing what routes serve what tracks. Or which services serve which tracks. First things first, let's add in some track numbers. H3. F3, which then becomes A3. There we go. Here we go. Track numbers. Alright, let me see if I can find the track numbers for the other stuff. For the stuff in Manhattan, I mean. Over the course of the Manhattan Bridge, these switch from being A to being B. Same numbers, though. And these stay as H1, H2. There we go. Alright, track numbers are in. Very good. Alright, I think the next thing to add in are station labels. All right. Looking good. Whoa, that's not street. All right, station labels are in. Looking good, looking good. How long has the stream been going for? Now I'm curious. All right, hour 55 minutes. Okay, that's pretty good. We're almost done here. Just need more text boxes. There we go. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Making sure everything looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Looking good. Oh, I haven't saved this entire time. That could have been really bad. That could have been really, really bad if the thing crashed. Ooh, okay. That could have been bad. we're going to create a new layer. Let's group them together. We'll keep that group at the top. All the track labels. So now, well, I guess first, I'm going to move this over to the other screen so I can save this as the colorless version. Obviously, my file path is private, so yes, you can enjoy a picture looking down the Jamaica line at Myrtle Avenue towards Broadway Junction while I save this. Actually, I think it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up here. So in that case, pause the music. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna put it to that while I go ahead and save the. There we go. You can enjoy some footage of the Manchester Metrolink while I save this really quickly. All right. Oh, there we go. Let's put the music back on. Music on. Why are we blurry? Why did the music just stop? Music. Music. There we go. Music is back. And it is unblurified. Good, good, good. So now we can add in colors to show services that run over where? English. Wow. Much English. Just gotta scroll to the right page. Went too far. All right. Drew. I need to get the correct colors for these services. Where I have the subway service bullets saved on my computer, I just need to go ahead and add them to the thingamajig so I can steal the color off of it. All right. Gonna need those two to get the right colors. It's really big. All right. This is my color grabber. This is my color grabber. Save this color. Whoops. save the color? Maybe? No fill. I want the stroke to be this color. Stroke. Okay, this is not working. I would like to please... Oh, that works. I can just copy paste. Okay, not put in. Like to... Where's my hex option? There it is. RGB hex sliders. Go. There we go. Wait, that is the wrong color. That is the Broadway line. The Broadway line should be yellow, not orange. We want these to be yellow or orange. There we go. And this one is also going to be orange. What? I cannot change the colors for all of them together. That is unfortunate. Color picker, grab the yellow, deselect everything, thank you. Select that, copy the hex code. Let's set this to the correct hex code. We're going to also want to first change this one's hex code as well. And then we're going to want to change the text color here. Black. Copy the hex code to make it easier. And we need to split this line. Let's see. Do a little bit of some trickery here. And then we can change the color. First, we're going to want to split this one. There we go. Now it's looking the way I want it to look. I said move both things to the front, not move just one of the two things to the front. Can you move both things to the front this time? No, we cannot. See, you could do that in Adobe Illustrator. It's annoying you can't do it here. Do it in here though. Oh, because they're in different groups, that's why. That's why it's not working. Hello. There we go. I'm auto black. Whoa, why did they... There we go. I don't know why they moved. It's weird. Is this switch used in regular, or is that crossover used in regular service? It is. It needs to be yellow then. All right. That's not used. No, this is used. This needs to be yellow. Nope, it needs to be black. Alright. And this guy. The easiest thing here is just going to be to copy, paste. Here we go. Looks better. Alright. You're getting close to being donezo with this. I think I'll save the historic track layout diagram for a second video or stream. Alright, now the last color thing we need is an overlap, some overlapping colors, where the server system, two different trunk lines share the same share the same tracks. Alrighty. We want to go to stroke and dash. Alright, there we go. Looks good enough, I guess. There we go. Alright. That one's done. There we go. That looks better. To make all the text black, just for make it look all the same, all uniform. I guess except for the black tracks, I guess those are gonna stay as black text. I think that's... Got to split the line. There we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Alright, the only thing left to add, I just need to check my script for the video. There are some remnants and provisions in the area, and I do want to mark them on the diagram. So I'm going to pull up the script so I can get the locations of those remnants and provisions, so I can put it on the map. Let's see. Do I want to add it? I guess it's not really relevant. Yeah. It's not relevant, so I don't think I will add it. So all that's left now is a key. You can get rid of you. And then we need that. And then we need an explanation of what the services do. Putting in the tracks that the different routes follow, or different services follow. So the B goes B3 to A3. And then, yeah, B3 to A3. A4 to B4. Let's turn this black to match everything else. make that centered. Nope, centered. There we go. Alright, and I think with that, it is done. I'm actually gonna move this down. This down here. There we go. Alright, yeah, title, color coding, station names, where the tracks continue on to, track names, or track numbers. And then what each service does, and specifically what tracks it uses. Yeah, I think with that, it's done. The next stream will presumably be me making the track diagram for the station in this area as it existed prior to the rebuild in the 1950s. But that's all I've got today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next